Good morning, girls. So, today we are going to talk about antimicrobial chemotherapy and the classes of antibiotics and their properties. Yesterday we saw what is antimicrobial chemotherapy. So, the definition is it is used to cure the infectious diseases by fighting against the pathogens with using drugs with selective toxicity. So, what is selective toxicity? The ability of the drug to kill the microorganism without affecting the host. So, antimicrobial chemotherapy, it kills or inhibits the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and the therapy which kills the microorganism, it is called as microbiocidal, and the therapy which inhibits the growth of microorganism, it is called as microbiostatic therapy. So, the definition is it is the clinical application of antimicrobial agents to treat infectious diseases like influenza, cholera, and tuberculosis. So, it is extracted from natural substances or can be produced synthetically, and it is given in particular doses according to the infection, and it is based on the concept of selective toxicity, that is the ability of the drug to injure a target cell or organism without injuring other cells or organisms that are in intimate contact. So there are four types of antimicrobial chemotherapy: antibacterial, antifungal, antiprotozoal, antiviral. And we have mode of actions, like it is you have what does this drug does is it inhibits the cell wall synthesis, inhibits the protein synthesis, cell membrane is altered, nucleic acid synthesis is inhibited, and the inhibition of metabolic pathways. So there are it is based on the mode of action. It is divided into bacteriostatic and bactericidal. That is cidal, it is kills, that is killing effect. Static is inhibitory effect. And it is again divided based on the spectrum of action: broad spectrum and narrow spectrum. Broad spectrum, it is effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria, and narrow spectrum, it is either effective against gram negative or gram positive bacteria. So we have characteristics of antibiotics, that is, it should have a wide spectrum of activity with the ability to destroy or inhibit many different species of pathogenic organisms. It should be non-toxic to the host. It should be non-allergenic. It should not eliminate the normal flora of the host. It should be able to reach the target site, and it should be inexpensive, and it should be chemically stable. So this is the characteristics of antibiotic. Now we will talk about the classes of antibiotics and their properties. So we have chemical class, examples, biological source, spectrum, effective against, and the mode of action. So the chemical class is nothing but the antibiotic. There are different chemical classes. So what is the class? Penicillin and cephalothin. It is a beta lactams. It is the antibiotic which has a chemical class of beta lactams. So you have biological source from where the antibiotic is extracted, and it is effective against either like gram positive, gram negative bacteria, and the mode of action, how the drug works against the bacteria. So the chemical class, it is uh, penicillin and cephalothin. It is a beta lactams. It is cephalosporin actually. So beta lactams, that is penicillin and cephalosporin, it is derived from Penicillin notatum and Cephalosporium species, and it is effective against gram positive bacteria, and it inhibits the cell wall synthesis and murine assembly. So actually it inhibits the cell wall synthesis. So what is beta lactams? It is an antibiotic which contains a beta lactam ring in their molecular structure. So the antibiotic, it has a beta lactam ring in their molecular structure. So next we have semi-synthetic penicillin. It has a broad spectrum of antibacterial activity, that is ampicillin and amoxicillin. The source is not mentioned. So it is effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria. It inhibits cell wall synthesis again. that is murin assembly, and then peptoglycan. Then we have clavulanic acid, that is clavamox. So you might have heard about this clavamox. So it is the combination of clavulanic acid and amoxicillin. So clavulanic acid, it is a again a beta lactam drug that functions as a mechanism based beta lactamase inhibitor. So it inhibits the enzyme beta lactamase, which is produced by the bacteria. That is the main characteristics. It inhibits the beta lactamase enzyme. So clavamox, it is an example, and it is derived from Streptomyces clavoligerus. Streptomyces clavoligerus. So it is effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria. It is a suicide inhibitor of beta lactamase enzyme produced by the bacteria. Next we have monobactams. So it is example is Aztreonam. The antibiotic name of the antibiotic is Aztreonam. Monobactams, it is a bacterially produced beta lactam antibiotics. So it is derived from Comobactam violaceum. So Aztreonam is an antibiotic. It is effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Again, it inhibits the cell wall synthesis. Next we have carboxypenams. So it is a chemical class of antibiotic which has highly effective antibiotic agents. It is used for the treatment of high risk bacterial infections. So carboxypenem, it is highly effective antibiotic used for the treatment of high risk bacterial infections. The example is Aztreonam. It is derived from Comobactam violaceum, effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria, and again it inhibits the cell wall synthesis. And next we have aminoglycosides. So aminoglycoside, it is a bacteriologic category of traditionally gram negative antibacterial medications that inhibits the protein synthesis. So aminoglycoside, it is a bacteriologic category of traditionally gram negative antibacterial medications which inhibits the protein synthesis, and example is streptomycin and gentamicin. So streptomycin, it is derived from Streptomyces graeaceus. Gentamicin, it is derived from Micromonospora species. So streptomycin, it is effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria. It inhibits the protein synthesis. And gentamicin, it is derived from Micromonospora species, effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria, especially Pseudomonas, and inhibits the translation protein synthesis. Next we have glycopeptides. So it is a different class of cell wall synthesis inhibitors. It is it is glycopeptides. It is a different class of cell wall synthesis inhibitors, and it is ineffective against gram negative bacteria. It is effective against gram positive bacteria, but not. It is ineffective against gram negative bacteria. So example is vancomycin. It is derived from Streptomyces orientales, effective against gram positive bacteria, example Staphylococcus aureus, and it inhibits the peptidoglycan biosynthesis and assembly. Next we have lincomycin. It is used to treat a wide variety of bacterial infections. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria. Lincomycin, it is used to treat wide variety of bacterial infection. It works by stopping the growth of bacteria. Example is clindamycin. It is derived from Streptomyces lincolnensis, effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria, especially anaerobic bacteroids, and it inhibits translation protein synthesis. Next we have macrolides. Example is erythromycin, and it is derived from Streptomyces erythraeus. So it is effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria, and it inhibits the protein synthesis. So what is macrolide? It is a bacteriostatic antibiotic with a broad spectrum of activity against many gram positive bacteria. So macrolides, it is a bacteriostatic antibiotic with a broad spectrum of activity against many gram positive bacteria. Example is erythromycin, derived from Streptomyces erythraeus, effective against gram positive and gram negative bacteria, inhibits protein synthesis. Next we have polypeptides. It is a chemically diverse class of antibiotic. It is it is an anti-infective and anti-tumor antibiotics containing non-protein polypeptide chains. So polypeptides, it is nothing but chemically diverse class of anti-infective and anti-tumor antibiotics containing non-protein polypeptide chains. So example is polymyxin and bacitracin, and polymyxin is derived from Bacillus polymyxa, bacitracin from Bacillus subtilis. So polymyxin is effective against gram-negative bacteria, bacitracin effective against gram-positive bacteria. So polymyxin damages the cytoplasmic membrane, bacitracin inhibits steps in murine, peptidoglycan biosynthesis and assembly. Next is polyenes, that is polyenes, polyenes. Example, amphotericin and nystatin. So this is polyene. It is the class of molecule which comprise a class of it is a class of molecules that are toxic to fungi but not to bacteria. Polyenes, it is a class of molecules. It is toxic to fungi but not to bacteria. Example, amphotericin and nystatin. Amphotericin derived from Streptomyces nodosus. It is effective against fungi. It inactivates membrane containing sterols. Nystatin, it is derived from Streptomyces nodosi. It is effective against fungi, that is Candida, inactivate membranes containing sterols. Rifamycins, it is a non-observable rifampin-like antibacterial agent that is used as a treatment. Example is rifampicin, derived from Streptomyces mediterraneae. It is effective against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria and Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It inhibits the transcription bacterial RNA polymerase. Next we have tetracyclines. It is an antibiotic that fights infection caused by bacteria, and it is used to treat different bacterial infections. Example is tetracycline. It is derived from Streptomyces species, effective against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria and rickettsias, and it inhibits translation protein synthesis. Next we have semisynthetic tetracycline. So it is a class of medications which works by preventing the growth and the spread of bacteria. So it is, example is doxycycline. The source is not mentioned, and it is effective against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria and inhibits protein synthesis. Next is chloramphenicol. It is an antibiotic useful for the treatment of number of bacterial infections, and it has bacteriostatic activity, and it is derived from Streptomyces venezuelae. It is effective against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, and it inhibits protein synthesis. So this is the uh, classes of antibiotics and their properties, very important. So you might be asked to write about the properties or classes of antibiotics, or to write about briefly explain in brief about antimicrobial activity. What you need to do is you just need to write about the antimicrobial chemotherapy, write about the mode of action, then write a bacteriostatic, bactericidal, then the classes of antibiotics, the characteristics of antibiotics, and you can write any 10 examples, 10 in this tabular column. You can write just any 10 chemical classes of antibiotics you can write, and then you write little bit about antimicrobial sensitivity test, and um, you can write any 5 in this tabular column. You can write any 5 examples of organisms and antimicrobial agents for which susceptibility is usually predictable. So this is susceptible organisms, and this is resistant organisms. You can write any 5 in both, then write about antimicrobial resistance and ways to deal with antibiotic resistance. So it's a very important question in antimicrobial chemotherapy. You just need to be very thorough on this. You just write synopsis before writing the question. So answer, you just write the synopsis, the headings. You can put a lot of headings you have, so you can just put the headings. Write the definition of antimicrobial chemotherapy, write about the mode of action, then classification of antibiotics, bacteriostatic, bactericidal, broad spectrum, narrow spectrum, classes, characteristics of antibiotics, then write antimicrobial sensitivity test, then any five examples of susceptible organisms and resistant organism, and antimicrobial resistance, how anti resistance is, how resistance happens. So you can write that. Then at the last you can write this tabular column, any 5 or 10 you can write the um, classes of antibiotics and their properties. So this is antimicrobial chemotherapy unit 4. So you have totally 9 pages. So if you write it in a notebook, it might come, more pages will come. So first write it on your notebook, then then you will understand. You have to write it on your notebook, then you'll be able to know how much you can write and how much time it takes for you to complete this antimicrobial chemotherapy, and according to that you have to manage the time on your exam and write it. Only then it will be easy for you. Otherwise you might take more time for writing this one question itself. So it's very simple. I have made it very simple for you. It's very difficult topic, but I have made it very simple. Based because of this tabular column, it is very simple, but at the same time it is very important to you have to study this tabular column. You have to by heart this tabular column you have to write. Only then you will get more marks. So this tabular column tells everything about the antimicrobial chemotherapy. Other these are the this is the theory of antimicrobial chemotherapy. This is the actual thing, like what is the antibiotic and how what is effective against which bacteria, and everything I have made it very simple, but at the same time it's very difficult, and you have to remember this and write it on your exam. So if you have any doubt regarding the this antimicrobial chemotherapy, you can WhatsApp me, or you can put it in Google Classroom. I will clear all your doubts. Thank you very much.